I'm a lecturer, Faculty of Agriculture and Natural Resources Management.
Hello and welcome to yet another wonderful edition of events and coverage where we are meeting with our renowned academic who is making waves in the world of engineering and environmental sciences. In a very serene location right inside the campus of EBONYI State University, I stumbled upon this extraordinary genius of a man, Dr. Thomas Sunday Igwe, so full of wisdom and humility. I sat down with him and listened religiously as he was so pleased to share with me his reason for being so humble, despite his numerous accomplishments in his academic field of expertise, and his journey towards becoming a professor anytime soon. And I tell you something, what he said to me will leave you in shock. Please join me as I take you to EBONYI State University Isheke campus. From the Journey's World African Televisions, this is your African brother, Steve Elaine. Today, I paid a visit to the Faculty of Agriculture and Natural Resources Management, EBONYI State University, EBSU, and my mission is to meet with a great man. On getting here, we have been directed to where he is preparing for lectures and doing some other things, and that is where we are about heading to meet with him. It's an interview we never scheduled, but he has been so generous enough to grant us this opportunity to come down and see him. Please join us as we go. My coming to EBONYI State this week has afforded me another very wonderful opportunity of meeting with a genius. I think I should let the man to introduce himself properly, and then of course to tell us where exactly I am right now in the city of Abakaliki, the EBONYI State capital. Sir, please may we meet you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
My name is Dr. Thomas Sunday Igwe.
Dr. Thomas
Sunday
Igwe.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Where exactly are we right now?
We are right now in the Faculty of Agricultural Sciences.
Faculty of Agricultural Sciences. Okay.
In EBONYI State University, Abakaliki.
Okay. Okay. What do you do here?
I'm a lecturer, Faculty of Agriculture and Natural Resources Management.
Faculty of Agriculture
and Natural Resources Management.
Okay.
Precisely in the Department of Soil Science and Environmental Management.
Soil Science and Environmental Management. So we can be right to describe you as a soil scientist.
Yes, almost. But as I'm here, I'm just servicing the department. I'm the HOD of Environmental Management, the Faculty of Engineering and Environmental Sciences, EBONYI State University, Abakaliki, at Isheke. But we are here in a dual capacity. I service here while I do my work as a HOD in the other Faculty of Engineering and Environmental Sciences.
This is really interesting. Well, viewers, this is Steve Elaine, the African brother from the Journey's World African Televisions, and I stumbled upon this great man. Ordinarily, no one would ever have imagined that such a humble person sitting right here could be of such greatness. I mean, it's really shocking in a society where pride and arrogance swells the head of everyone who manages to clinch a bachelor's degree. Here with me is a man, a doctor of science, so humble, down to earth, a HOD of one of the departments here in EBONYI State University. So how long have you been in this organization?
Well, I've been here for the past 17 years, precisely 2007 to date. But just like I told you, I started here as an assistant lecturer. and
as an assistant lecturer.
Right now, I've stepped up to the level of senior lecturer, working seriously for my professorial assessment.
You are working seriously for your professorial assessment, yet looking this humble, without the spirit of arrogance. How can you explain this? What's actually responsible for your humility?
Yes, you see, this life is, we have so many things to learn from it. You don't need to be arrogant. You don't need to take all glories, because the glory belongs to God.
Wow.
As a human being, you need, I told you, I'm in the Faculty of Environmental Sciences. And the environmental sciences tries to expose us to the environment. We are attuned to nature. We are attuned to nature, and as such, you don't supposed to be arrogant. You have to be humble so as to get the mysteries of life.
Wow. So, I'm super excited.
So, and again, I have a close relationship to the other faculty of Agricultural and Natural Resources Management, wow. Soil science precisely. Soil science will take you close to the Mother Earth. Like our late Professor Fidelis Nwokunoke told us that we are close to the soil. That when you end up with all the shortlings, you will discharge everything back to the soil. So, and if you are close to the soil and you understand this precisely, you have to be very humble. There's nothing again to struggle for. Just to play your own part while you are alive. Bearing in mind that one day you are going to return all that you have back to the mother soil, to the earth. And the church told us that you are the dust, and to dust we shall return. So if you have this at the back of your mind, I don't think you'll be arrogant.
Wow.
Whatever you have today is just by the special grace of God. We are not superior to anybody, but when you make a little effort, God can place you somewhere. And once you are placed in such position, you have to be very humble, knowing fully well that it's not your own making. It's just by the special grace of God.
That's wonderful, and a great message to the society, sir.
Thank you.
In fact, we are really proud to have met with a great man like this. In what academic field do you specialize?
Yes. My first degree was, I obtained my first degree in ESUT, Enugu State University of Science and Technology.
Okay.
First degree, BSc Building Technology. Then that was in 1998. Then in 2003, I also bagged my Master's of Science in the same university institute.
In 2003. Okay.
Then by his special grace, in 2018, I obtained my PhD, Doctor of Philosophy in Environmental Management, Ebonyi State University, Abakaliki.
Okay, that means you obtained your PhD, that's 6 years ago.
Exactly.
This is really interesting. Now, if I may proceed to ask, what would be your message to the younger generation out there, especially those, who have the spirit of pride and arrogance, who feel that the world is in their palm?
The problem we have today is simply because we fail to reason beyond our nose. We don't need to be arrogant. We need to be humble, because all we acquire here on earth is just simply by the divine grace. For us to enjoy the natural world given to us by God, we must understand where we are. Where we are, where we are going to, that's where we are coming from, where we are and where we are going to.
Wow.
And by saying that, whatever happens, nature has already provided this, that one day all of us will depart this earth. And when it happens, you don't have anything to show for it. You have to obey. But some people don't believe in what we talk about, heaven and hellfire. They don't believe in that. That's why they behave the way. When you live here, all that you have done will come to you face judgment. So what is important is that once you're here on earth, you have to bring yourself low, understand what you are, where you are, and where you're going to. And once you do that, you have a focus. Once you have a bearing, you don't need to be arrogant. And whatever you have, just like our Lord Jesus Christ said, whatever you have should be shared among yourselves. Anything you have belongs to God, and that particular thing should be distributed among your brothers. If you do that, all these problems we have here on earth, just like I often mention our late brother, Professor Noke, Fidelis Noke, usually tell me, if all these things are primitive accumulation, he used to tell me that all these things are primitive accumulations. You don't have anything. If you are whatever you think you are today, you are nothing. You are nothing. They're the dust. So whatever you have, use it to get glory and blessing from the Almighty by sharing with your brothers and sisters. And if you do that, and any position given to you, you must have to manage it properly. You must be prudent in whatever you are doing, so at the end of the day, the world will speak good of you. And even when you are no longer here, the world will still value you. Just like you mentioned, acquiring education is good, because at that level you'll be exposed to so many things you don't know.
Yeah.
You will be exposed to so many things you don't know. There are many things in any discipline of your choice. You find out that you are going to get so many things that will always bring you lower. It is not a way because you're a professor, you are this or that, or PhD, you think that you're on top of the world. No. Whatever you acquire, use it to get something for yourself and for the world. PhD is acquired to enable you philosophize, tell the world what you have, and also tell the world about your own area of specialization. You have to tell the world so that the world will understand. Like we talk of environmental sciences, it is very deep, it is very interesting, because at that point you know everything about the earth. And when you know all this, it will bring you lower, help you to be humbled. Just like a priest was talking, during his sermon, he was talking about some of the saints that went to India, and was saying that it's only those Buddhist geography that can, imagine the distance the person traveled from Israel, from Middle East. It's not a child's play.
To evangelize the gospel in India.
Yes, and you cannot get that if you didn't study environmental management or sciences. If you do that, you see, when he was saying it, I laughed, because you can imagine where you are and where India is, and where that man Nathaniel, but let me precisely, traveled to evangelize. I was happy when he said it, because it's my own area of specialization. See, don't like they say that the earth is a global village.
Yeah.
As at that level, your own level of specialization, environmental management, you are versatile. You know every part of the world. You can also try to manage the environment based on your own understanding of the what you are into.
That's interesting. For those of you out there watching this video, I have been with Dr. Sunday Igwe Thomas, a genius, and I can tell you I am super proud to relate with this great man. A great man that, his accomplishments in the academic society has touched me deeply, and I believe those of you watching this video right now may have one or two things you're going to learn from him. Look at this man, finding a place somewhere within the campus, all right, to hide himself, to study, prepare his lesson notes, prepare whatever he has come to prepare. And that's where I managed to find him. I just can express my heartfelt appreciation over the humility of this great genius. And I do pray that as many that will come across this video will learn of the spirit of humility. Now, Doctor, on the final note, you sound very much religious. How Would you marry religion and academics? Some people, once they have the opportunity to get to the position where you are today, see religion as, how do I even put it?
A scam.
If you like, yes, some have even gone as far as calling Christianity a scam. What's your take on this? Being that you're a man who has seen it all as far as academic achievement is concerned, what will you have to tell this kind of people?
Well, I think during our earlier days in education, during our moral instruction lessons, we were told that education without Christ is nothing but barbarism. If you have education and there's no element of Christianity in it, you'll be going astray. You just will not understand yourself well. Supposed to be well blended. Because remember, education can never come without God. And God is what all of us try to understand through Christianity. We are taught about God. If you don't know God, you can never acquire serious education. And besides, the Spirit also helps you to understand whatever you are doing. So if you acquire education without God, you find out that you are just like an empty gong.
Oh my God!
There's nothing in you.
This is powerful.
Because the blending will not be there. You acquire education, not like one man who was saying that there is no God. But eventually, when the thunder struck, when he had the thunder, the blast rain, he said, "Oh my God!" And people were asking him, "Which God are you calling on?"
The one you don't believe in.
You don't believe in God, and that is we don't supposed to deceive ourselves. Nature is nature. God is God. The environment can never go without God. Even when we talk about the environment, we know that the environment is all the conditions, circumstances, and influences under which a system and an organism exists. That is the environment. And the environment is too vast. Without a human being in the environment, you cannot understand it. And God created man and put in that environment so that you now control the environment and manage it. So if God is not there, you cannot manage the environment. You cannot acquire any education. Education cannot come without God. That is simple put, because you have to know
education
can never come without the knowledge of God.
Without the knowledge of God. This is the message of Dr. Igwe Thomas. We just can't thank you enough for giving us the opportunity today to sit with you here in Abakaliki and learn on your footstool. More question we'd like to give you here for you to give us a clarification on it is, as a man who has been in the field of academics for a good number of years, 17 whole years, am I correct? Yeah. What do you think, in your own understanding, is responsible for the decline of education in Nigerian society?
Yes, the problem is that we don't have a focus.
Would you blame the government? Would you blame the parents? Will you blame the students themselves? Or will you blame the society at large? Please, let's hear your take.
I think all of us are contributing to that. Both the government and every other person in the system. If the government is not playing their own part, the government cannot sponsor you in education. If they can't, you can still forge ahead. But if you stay and wait for the government to come and do it for you, they can't. They create hurdles for you. On that note, you have to walk your own way. Walk with fear and trembling, walk out your own salvation.
Fight your own battle.
You don't mind the government. If government comes, it's okay. The government may, may likely make things easier for you, but if they are not there, ignore them. There are people who studied even without the help of, they don't have parents, but they were able to acquire education. And if you do that without your parents' sponsorship, I think you don't supposed to over depend on the government. Then equally, government supposed to play their own role, because if the government play their own part, adequately, I think every other person will queue up and support the government. The government is not doing well because they are not doing their own part, and they seem to ignore their responsibilities. They shy away from their responsibilities, and as such, it creates more problem for the entire system. So as it stands now, if the government is not playing their own part, you have to forge ahead. I think they say that the slogan in America is that you don't think of what America will do for you, but you think of what you do for America. So equally, if the government is not coming forth, government will not be there forever. That person there at that particular point in time will not continue to be there. After some time, there may be a change, and some other good things may still come up.
Wow. Viewers, we have been speaking with Dr. Thomas Wigwe of the Faculty of Agriculture of Ebonyi State University. And at this point, we have come to the end of this interview. I want to say a very big thank you to him once again for granting us this opportunity of meeting with him live in person. Hopefully, by the time we visit Abakaliki subsequently, I hope we would have a better scenario to have a more lengthy interview where Dr. Igwe will unveil most of the things he has kept away from us at this moment, because the time was so brief, and besides, the interview was an impromptu one. Doctor, we say thank you for welcoming the Genius World to this interview that we have just had with you, and we pray that your endeavors, God will uplift you in them.
Amen.
Thank you, and God bless you. My greetings to all the students of EBSU, Ebonyi State University, especially those of them on the Faculty of Engineering and Environmental Sciences. Doctor, we say thank you. Take care of yourself.
You're welcome.
All right, sir. Thanks for watching Events and Coverage. Join us next week for a fresh edition of the program. Please like and share this video. Subscribe to our YouTube channel so you can always get notifications each time we drop new videos. Follow us on all our social media handles. Many thanks to members of my production crew, and of course to the entire family and management of the Genius World African Television. Until I come your way again next week, I urge you, please stay away from trouble, be nice to all men, and take care of yourself. Bye for now.